Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to Jen's Hangout. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're returning, I love you guys so, so much. You know that. If I seem a little rough around the edges, I am. I just found out that, I'm gonna start crying again. One of my absolute dearest friends, Alice from, Alice Loves Beauty, Alice Lynn Beauty and More, I will tag her, passed away about an hour or so ago. She lost her battle with cancer. This was the second bout. So I've been, yeah, it's been a lot. But I thought I would share a recipe with you. She loved to cook, and she was always up for new stuff. So I am just going to make a really simple Greek salad. I don't know if it's really a Greek salad, but I call it a Greek salad because of what's in it. The first thing is I did a bag of mini cucumbers, and I just halved them and then sliced them up. It's these. And now I'm using the bag for my garbage. A red onion, purple onion, whatever you call it, a whole one, and I'll slice that up thin. And then a tub of feta cheese, some Calamari olives. If you have artichoke hearts, that's really good in it, but this is just the really simple version. I got these absolutely delicious tomatoes from the farmer's market the other day. I got some orange yellow ones. I got 2 of those, and then 2 of these gorgeous red tomatoes as well. And I got way more than that, but that's all I have left. And I thought I need to make this salad before I have too many tomato sandwiches, because they're that good. They are fresh out of the garden kind of good, if that makes sense. And then you just do a little bit of salt and pepper. You can add a little Parmesan cheese if you want to. I don't generally. And then I will show you how to do the dressing. So this is what I have set up so far. So don't mind my mess, but there's my tomatoes. And then I have my onion. And like I said, I already have this cucumber chopped up, and then I have a partial Kalamata olives that are sliced up, so I'll be adding those with the little bit of juice that's in there. It's not enough to make that much of a difference. And then I'll slice some of these up, and then the feta cheese, and so you just slice those up. I'll be right back. I'm going to show you how I slice this up real thin in just a second. So the first thing I did is peel this, obviously. I cut off both ends, and then I just quartered it, and then now I will do very, very, very thin slices. I don't know if I'll need the other half, but I have it ready, but not cut into quarters yet, just in case. So we'll get this done and see where we are from there. Okay, so here's the half, and I think that's enough for now. I also have a couple more cucumbers I could slice up if I want to. They're a little bigger. And then I have the other half of this. So depending on my tomato to the rest of the ingredient ratio, we'll see if we want to add more or not. We'll kind of go from there. I mean, I know my bowl is absolutely humongous, but it was the only one that I could find that would work for this application. So yeah, now I'm going to slice up some olives to add to those ones. And then actually I think I'm going to do the tomatoes and then the olives. So I'll be right back with the chopped up tomatoes. So I wanted to show you here, I did the tomato in thirds. I cored it. I cored all of them first. And then I know my board looks terrible, but it is actually clean. It's just stained. but I did it in thirds, this way and this way. So that's, you want them in a little bit bigger chunks. So as you can see, my red tomatoes are a little bit bigger, so I did them in quarters, both this way and this way. So just kind of chop them chunky to what you prefer. Okay, so this is where we're at. That filled up the bowl quite a bit. So I don't know if I'll add a little bit more. We'll kind of taste as we go. But that's all the tomatoes chopped up. So I think this dish is made by the olives. That's really what gives it the bulk of its really good flavor. That and the feta cheese. So I'm going to do at least this much. I may add more, but we'll see how many this gives plus this. I also found some sun-dried tomatoes in my refrigerator. So we're going to go ahead and add some of those as well. I may pop a few of these into a little bowl and put them in the microwave so that they can just kind of soften up a little bit. So here's the amount of sun-dried tomatoes. I'm just going to pop those into the microwave for 30 seconds so that oil can reconstitute. I also forgot that I had a can of cannellini beans draining in the sink. We'll add those just to add a little bit more protein and, you know, some goodness, because beans. So let me get this stuff chopped up and we'll get to the dressing. Okay, so now this is warmed up. I'm gonna chop these up a little bit smaller. They're julienned already, but I want them like just kind of a really fine dice. But don't throw that oil away. You will add it to the brine from the olives, and then a little bit of balsamic and a little bit of olive oil. I'll show you when we get there, but don't throw that liquid away. That's gold. Okay, so this is just a really rough chop. Doesn't have to be perfect by any means whatsoever. You just want it, chunky, but not too chunky. Like you could add, this is really kind of a what you got kind of salad, Greek salad. The most important things to add to it, that's the base of your salad, is the red onion, the tomatoes, and you can use virtually any kind of tomato, fresh tomatoes you want, cucumbers, and the feta cheese. So olives, onion, cucumber, tomato, feta cheese. So I guess 5 ingredients, but that's it. And then you can add whatever you want to it to zhuzh it up like I am. So and those sun-dried tomatoes are perfecto. Okay, so here is the salad as it is coming along, and that is a huge salad, so we don't need to add anything else to it. So this is our dressing mix. We're gonna add some salt, some Italian seasoning, just some regular Italian seasoning. This is a spicier Italian seasoning, so I don't want to add a lot to it, but I want to add just a little bit to give it a little bit more oomph. Some balsamic vinegar and some olive oil, and then that sun-dried tomato oil. So, and this is a season to your heart's content. So I'll show you just before I mix it all up. And the salt is going to go straight into here. So, and tomatoes suck up a lot of salt, so don't be afraid. But that's how much salt I'm going to add, because there isn't much salt. Well, there isn't any in that, and I don't think there's any in that either. So you need the salt with the tomatoes. Now, don't be a goof like me and spill a bunch of your dressing onto your countertop. No. Anyway, so I added about a teaspoon of each of these, and probably two teaspoons or so of balsamic, and about a tablespoon and a half of olive oil. You don't want a lot of dressing for this, because your cucumbers have water in them and your tomatoes have a lot of liquid in them, and those will help to add to the dressing and enhance those flavors. So just give this a really good mix up. Make sure that you taste it. I'm sorry guys, I can't find my regular tripod for this to see if it needs anything. Maybe a little bit more vinegar, so I'll probably add about another teaspoon or so. Okay, so I added another teaspoon of this, and I also added another teaspoon of this because it just needed it. So now I'm gonna dump this all over the salad here, and this has a lid, so I'm gonna shake the ever-living you-know-what out of it, and then I'll show you the final product. Okay, and there's the finished salad. Let's give it a taste. Now, the longer this sits in the refrigerator and marinades and all the things, the better it will be, of course, because it's one of those, gets better with time, but it's still delicious straight out of the bowl right after you make it. And there's a little bit more salt. Sorry for the moving around. Like I said, tomatoes take up a lot of salt. Cucumbers can as well. That'll also help draw out the moisture. Now I'm going to shake it back up. Now normally I'd be like, don't double dip, but this is literally just for me. It will last at least through the weekend, if not, 5 or 6 days. Because it's literally just me having it. But you can add this on top of some lettuce with some grilled chicken, and you have a bomb regular salad, grilled chicken salad. You could add some pasta to this if you wanted to. Whatever. Good Lord, I don't need that big of a bite. I did add about 20 grinds of fresh ground black pepper as well. So, yeah, great stuff. Try this. It is really, really good, really, really simple. And like I said, I mean, you could add bell peppers to it. You could add pepperoncinis to it. What I wouldn't recommend banana peppers, it would clash with the seasonings, but otherwise, delicioso. Mwah, very good. Please send prayers for Alice's family. Just a second. Please send prayers for Alice's family. This has been a rough road for them. She is truly one of my dearest friends, and I am going to miss her something fierce. You could add nutritional yeast to this as well if you wanted to give it a little more cheesy flavor and a lot of really good nutrients. Anyway, try this out. It's a great summer salad. You can get all the ingredients except for the cheese, and even then sometimes the cheese at the farmer's market. Give it a shot. Please remember Alice's family in your prayers, and I love you guys. Blessings to you all, and I will see you guys later. Bye.